if you're new here, my name's Marissa and today we are making some artisan style bread. I've actually never made bread before, so we are gonna give this a shot. I found this really easy recipe on TikTok and I thought, why not? Let's test it out. I wrote everything down so I just have it right at my fingertips, and then I went ahead and set out all my ingredients I need. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. I will also have the instructions and everything you need to make the bread and the video I used in the description below. The recipe calls to let the dough sit and rise for 2 hours in a warm environment. So I went ahead and put our dough in the microwave, and then I guess now we can clean up and just wait for the magic to happen. I just finished cleaning up the kitchen. Our bread is still rising. It still has an hour and 40 minutes before we can even start baking it. So in the meantime, I thought, why not? Let's start making a sourdough starter. I've been really intimidated by starting the sourdough journey, but I really want to learn. So today we're going to be making our sourdough starter together. I did try this one other time and it did not turn out good, but that's okay. It was a learning moment and now I'm ready to start over. So you will need a little less than a cup of filtered water, 1 cup of all-purpose unbleached flour, and then I'm just using an old pickle jar. I think you can use any glass jar you have on hand. And then at the end, you're gonna either cover it with a napkin, an old towel, or even the lid. Just make sure it's not airtight on there. And then this is gonna sit, and I'm gonna repeat that process for, I think it is about a week, but with a little less flour and water each time. So let's make some sourdough starter. Not all the way on, and then we're gonna place this somewhere nice and warm. So I'm gonna place it actually in my pantry at the very top, right up there. And as you guys can see, it's about halfway full, so we'll check back in tomorrow. right before your bread is done rising, preheat your oven to 450 with your Dutch oven in it, and then whenever that's done preheating and rising, go ahead and place your bread in. After 30 minutes of baking at 450, you're gonna put your oven down to 400 and take the lid off your Dutch oven and then cook between 10 to 15 minutes longer. At this point, I was a little discouraged with my wax paper burning onto the bottom, but I simply cut off that part of the bread and it was still super tasty. I now know for next time to use parchment paper, but overall a success in my eyes. Look at that, so good. Alright guys, the bread is done. Taste test time. I will say I didn't have parchment paper, so I used wax paper, so the wax paper did melt a little to the bread, but we cut that off, so no big deal. Cheers. This is really good. This is so good. I made bread. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10 just because the next time I will have parchment paper instead of wax paper. But it was relatively easy to make. It didn't take too long, and I think it turned out really good. So this is a successful bread making video, and this is gonna be part 1 to mini series of me trying to get better at making some bread. So please stay tuned for more sourdough updates. But yeah, I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye, have a beautiful day.